We would like to familiarize you with some of the tools we use to assure that our customers will receive products that are manufactured to their specifications.
Surface plate. A surface plate is usually a piece of polished granite that is extremely flat. It is used to provide a stable working surface. We use this surface to take measurements using other tools. Calipers. Calipers are handheld instruments that provide linear readings. They are capable of measuring inside dimensions, outside dimensions, and depths. Some of our calipers are extremely accurate. They measure tolerances to within 5/10,000th of an inch.
Micrometers. Micrometers are handheld instruments that provide very specific linear readings. They are more accurate than calipers. They can measure to within 1/10,000th of an inch. Remember, a human hair is 2/1000ths of an inch in diameter.
There are many types of micrometers, depending on what needs to be measured. A standard micrometer will measure outside dimensions. There are also inside micrometers, blade micrometers for small surfaces, depth micrometers, and tri-micrometers that have 3 heads instead of 2. Master blocks. Master blocks are precision machine blocks, usually made from steel, that are used for setting 0 points or distances. They are also used for calibrating other instruments. Normally, one set of master blocks is used for calibration, and another set is used in production. Gauge pins. Gauge pins are used primarily to measure diameters. They can also be used to measure a gap or the width of a slot. Indicators. An indicator is a tool with a measurement probe and a dial or digital faceplate. Indicators are used for linear measurements, such as a specific height or length. An indicator can be handheld or mounted to a fixture. Thread gauges. Thread gauges are used to measure threads on a part. A thread gauge is specific to one thread size and will measure either a go or no-go fit. Radius gauges. A radius gauge will measure a radius, fillet, or corner break. A radius gauge is specific to one size, but generally it has 5 areas on each gauge that will measure a specific radius. Parallel bars. Parallel bars are 2 precision ground bars, usually made from steel, that are matched to each other. They are used to help keep a part square and in a parallel plane on a surface plate. Thickness gauges. Sometimes called feeler gauges, a thickness gauge is a flat blade. A thickness gauge measures thickness or gap or warp of parts. Pyrometers are used to measure the processing temperature both in production and in the laboratory. Sieve screens. Sieve screens are used to measure the fineness of a powder after it is pulverized. The screens are an open wire mesh. The openings of the wire correspond to different particle sizes. Product is pulverized to customer specifications, which require the powder to pass through the screen.
For more information about the tools we use, please talk with your supervisor.